I just burned 2,000 calories. That's the last time I leave brownies in the oven while I nap. Alright, what's up, Flock and Model Railroaders? I wanted to bring you up to speed on a certain amount of things that I've been working on. Mostly small things, not really enough to make one video. So I'm going to try to put all these into one kind of thing for you. One kind of thing. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. Alright, so first thing on the printer is I upgraded the camera, which is right here. This guy. I 3D printed the mount and I got a Raspicam camera, but I got the V2 camera. I had the V1, but the V1 had a fixed focal length, so when it focused on stuff, it was focusing like way back there on the wall, so you could never see the stuff that was printing. This V2 version has a autofocus lens. So it does two things. One, it does those really cool time-lapse photos of things being printed, and then it also lets me monitor what's printing through the Raspberry Pi that's connected, and that's connected wirelessly to my network. I can see it on my phone, my computer, and I can watch my prints happen as I do other things instead of just watching prints happen. The next tool I added to my arsenal, and this will go in my future workshop. I picked this up, I think this was a Craigslist find, and I paid 20 bucks for it, and it works. It's a Craftsman 8-inch 3-speed tabletop drill press. Yeah, it's a little rusty and a little dirty, but it does work, and that's good enough for me. And I'll do some cleanup and show you some other tools that I got here. Okay, so down in the workshop here, show you this table saw. I picked this up for $30, and I think I got this off of Facebook Marketplace. The stand was actually free on Facebook Marketplace, and that came with another table saw. That was a Craftsman, but it wasn't a 15 amp. It was like a 12 amp or something. This one's not even a 15 either. I think this is like a 13. And it's got some cracks around the base and stuff. And doesn't have the shield and the splitter that goes on the blade. But anyway, it does work. And then I was able to sell the Craftsman one for 20 bucks. So in all, I probably only paid then $10 for this table saw. And then back here, I have the Radial Arm Saw. This is a Craftsman Radial Arm Saw. This is a 15 amp. I paid $50 for this. This was a Craigslist find, I believe, as well. And that is a 15 amp Craftsman. Real nice, barely used. 50 bucks. And then with my new house, among all the crap that the owners left here, they left this Black & Decker Workmate. So this thing folds up so you can get it out of the way, and it's a nice work surface. All the dogs are with it that go on the top. So you know, I saw one online for 60 bucks, and I'm sure that was a good price, but I got that for free. So I'm really, really happy. And then lastly, I wanted to show you some of the things that I've been printing on the 3D printer. So these are different scale concrete pipe conduits. These are all N scale, different sizes, I mean, not different scales. So just so you know, everyone shows how easy 3D printing is, and they never make mistakes. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes. You're gonna have spaghetti stuff like this come out all over the place. These took 2 days. The first day was a lot of frustration, nothing printed. I ended up with things just like this that were, they just didn't print the whole way. They would print and then stop. They look good and then they'd print and stop, or they'd print and fail. It was just a mess. Things were just a disaster the first day. So at the end of the day, I cleaned everything up, re-leveled the bed, which is something they tell you to do all the time with film and printers, re-level the bed. So I re-leveled the bed, and the next day I started over, and I was able to get really successful prints. These don't take long to print. It's gonna take a little bit of work to clean these up, but this is a concrete conduit end scale, and I believe this is a 2-foot version. And you can see I've got the filament that's all stringy, that's called spaghetti, and then the bottom that's flat is the base, that's called a raft, and the raft just comes off. So when you're ready to use it, you just kind of peel the raft off. Okay, and then that's just extra filament that goes in your bin of crap. So then the raft comes off, and then the bottom is hollow. I don't know if you can see that or not. So then you've got a hollow pipe for detail work. So this is just a bigger version that I've already taken the bottom off, so you can see. For the most part, I'm pretty happy with this. You will see the layer lines, but there's nothing fancy, and there's only so much you can do with those layer lines. You can do some various things after the print to clean them up. You know, paint, sandpaper. There's something called vapor smoothing you can do. So here's one that still has the raft on the bottom. I didn't take it off yet. And here's one obviously with the full raft on the bottom. Just to show you, you know, you do use a lot of filament, not that it costs a lot to do that, but you know, you're not just printing the piece done, ready to go. There's some after work that needs to be done. There's some cleanup that needs to be done. And even this one, you can see it had a failure in the middle of the print. So I think I can save it with a little bit of glue. Just putting it back together. Obviously this isn't a working part, so it doesn't have to be watertight or anything like that. And you know, I think it'll work in the model. So I've actually got some pieces that I printed. These are end scale concrete conduits, is what they're called. So pretty happy with that. And I'm ready to go. These files are saved, so I can reprint them at any given moment and go from there. So that's what I've been up to, guys. Thank you. Have a good one.